Alright, we're going to add the holes for the wheels and also for the crank on the side of the catapult here. So to do that, we're going to go to Sketch and click on the side here. Don't make sure you don't click on one of these lines, but it's somewhere here in the gray. Click on that and should see Surface here. We'll hit Sketch, and now we're just going to draw a hole somewhere like that, and let me measure this real quick to see what size this hole is. Looks like this might be too big, but we'll go with this to start with. Looks like about 1/4 of an inch, which is 0.25, and now we need to locate this. And so I have a couple dimensions here. One dimension wants to go from the center of this part to the center of the circle, and usually holes are measured and circles are measured from the center. So if you can see, this one right here wants to go from the center of the circle to the center line here of the part. Now I don't really know where the center of this is. I mean, I could figure that out, but for us, I think a little bit better way to go is from an edge, to measure from these edges. So to get a reference line from these edges, we can't just click on this here because the computer doesn't really know exactly where this edge is. So we need to define that. We're going to go to Sketch. In the Sketch pull down menu here, we're going to go to References. You can see this little box pops up here. And I'm going to move my mouse over to where this little blue line pops up. I'm going to click there. So that gives me a reference for the front of this catapult. I'm also going to move my mouse down to this blue line pops up here at the bottom. I'm going to click that. So now I have a reference for the bottom and the front. And we'll hit close. And you can see already this measurement is now going from the front here. And what we have on Cobb's model is about 3/4 of an inch, which is 0.75 from the front. And I'll even back up here. Let's say you don't have this measurement. We can add measurements real easy. We can go to this button right here. It says normal, but it's to create dimensions. And I'm going to click on the center of this circle till it highlights blue. And then I'm going to go to the front here, this dotted line here. I'm going to click there. Those were 2 left clicks. Now I'm going to use my middle mouse wheel. I'm going to push down on it like a button. So I'm going to use that middle mouse wheel. I'm going to push down that, and you can see it pops up with a dimension now. And again, that was 0.75, and enter. You see that other one disappears, and we're going to just go with this one. So now I need to create a dimension here from the center of this circle to the bottom to figure out where that goes. And we'll go with about 1/2 inch here. So I'm gonna highlight. I'm gonna turn on the dimension tool, and this little window pops up. Don't hit that. Okay, if you hit OK, well, we got to start it all over again. So just click on that. Leave that little box alone. Again, start in the center of the circle. Left click, and then left click with the left mouse button down here, and then use that middle mouse wheel like a button, and click. And that was 0.5, and that moves that circle up. So now we have the circle the size we need it. It's in the right location, and now we just need to add one back here. So I'm going to click on the circle tool, and I'm going to move my mouse around, and there's the bell. And I'm going to if you see this little red bar pop up on this, you can see it over here on the circle we've already drawn, and then wherever my mouse is, that means that the center of the circle I'm going to draw and the center of the previous circle are in line. That's what we want. We don't want to have to go back and refigure out, well, where does this go? It'll save us a few steps. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to move my mouse until I see a red R pop up. And when you see that red R, that means that it is the same size. Let me do that again. Sorry. There it is. it's the same size as the previous circle. You see there's a red R on the first circle that we drew. So that means they're the same size. We don't have to go back and figure up and create the dimension again. So again, move your mouse till you see that red R, and then click. And so and click on this blue arrow. And so 0.25, this circle is 0.25 because it's going off of this measurement here. It's 0.5 up. Now we just need to figure out how far away it is this way. So let me measure real quick here. We'll figure this out. This circle is 4.5 from the front. So I'm going to click on the dimension tool. I'm going to click on the front, this reference line here. I'm going to click on the center of this circle. Then use that middle mouse wheel again as a button. And that pops up, and it was 4.5. You can see we were pretty close on that. We'll just make it accurate. So there's that one. And then the last hole, I don't exactly know where it was going to go, but somewhere in the middle here. And I'll tell you what, just to make this easy, we'll click on the circle and we'll move our mouse right on this center dotted line until that red line pops up. And then again, move it out until you see that R. And that's right in the center. It should be right in the center of our part, the body. Same size as the other two circles. So we should be good. If you don't have some of these reference lines, let me know. I'll be happy to help you get these. We'll hit the check mark. We're done. And now to make a hole, we're going to hit the extrude button, kind of like what we did when we cut out this middle part here. I'm going to use this little arrow. I'll flip the direction. And again, you can use this little white box here and drag it out, or you can use this pull down menu and say have it intersect with all surfaces, and it pops it out there. And then we'll hit the remove material button, and we'll hit the green check mark, and there's the holes for the axles and for the little crank to pull the throwing arm down. Now the last thing we'll do is we'll put a hole in the top of this thing, so we can the body, so that we can have the little string or whatever pull the throwing arm down. So I'm going to go to sketch. I'm going to click on the surface again, just somewhere over here in the gray, and hit sketch. And there's the bell again. And I'm going to, well, let's see, 5. Yeah, we'll just put it right here in the middle. We'll start that circle right here in the middle, and I don't know, we'll go 0.75 on the diameter of that. And this is one of those things we might end up changing later on. Cobb's model had a square cut out of it, but for us, when we actually manufacture this, you just using a drill bit and making a circle or a hole will be a lot easier. So 0.75 on that. Center should be somewhere in the center of the body, and we'll hit the blue check mark. I'm going to rotate it up just a little bit. And again, we're going to hit the extrude button. We're going to flip the direction, and this actually goes through the body pretty far, so I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to hit the remove material button, and then we'll hit the green check mark. And that's that. If you have any questions on adding those holes, just let me know, and I'll be happy to help you.